Hi, my name's Jess and I am the Community Ecologist for Devon Biodiversity Records Centre. For those of you who don't know, just to make sure I can actually, there we go. At DBRC, we collect and manage lots and lots of records of wildlife and habitats, to which we add thousands of them each month. On top of all the records, we also undertake various projects, community actions such as these ones, which are running at the moment. As well as that, we are responsible for surveying and monitoring county wildlife sites, which Mike mentioned in his talk. So what is a county wildlife site? It's a site with high ecological value or potential that will be designated following set criteria because of priority habitats or possibly the species that it contains. We have over 2,000 county wildlife sites, which is a number that changes annually as we add to the list and get more information. They are non-statutory, so they're not legally protected, but they are taken into account with the planning system. They're often under private ownership, so it is very much dependent on the landowners for the management of those sites. And they are very important as corridors to link our statutory sites. We're very lucky in Devon having a huge variety of habitats. So the ones that we are particularly focusing on are the habitats of principal importance, which were first drawn up as a list back in the 90s as part of the Biodiversity Action Plan. There's a few there, but there are lots of different habitats on the list. This is a map of Devon, and you can see in the sort of grey-green colour is our triple SIs, and then the dark, more sort of forest green is the county wildlife sites. So you can see that they are scattered across the whole county. If I overlay an image that I think you'll be familiar with, coming from the guidance document, so that's the sustenance zones and the surrounding area. The area I'm going to focus on for the next slide is just down here, so keep that image of the sustenance zones in your head as well. So here you can see our triple SIs in this area, which are a few, but if I add our county wildlife sites, you can see that that adds, it increases the amount of land that is recognised and designated in that area for priority habitats. And then again, the purple are unconfirmed wildlife sites. So these are sites that have been brought to our attention as having potential to be county wildlife sites. They have a number of the criteria, but they haven't quite been fully surveyed and put to the panel which it needs to go to in order to actually be designated. So you can see that these county wildlife sites and the unconfirmed wildlife sites really do add, they bring these fantastic stepping stones between our designated and legally protected sites, and particularly you can see that area that is so important for the great horseshoe bats. So how do we go about getting these unconfirmed wildlife sites and surveying them to try and get them to have that designation for county wildlife sites so they can be recognised and properly managed? One way we've done it is to team up. So this is Chudley Wild, which obviously Chudley is in a fantastic spot. It also contains a fantastic concentration of ecological experts who know the local area and really want to do something to help. So along with the BAT project, the local district council and the local wildlife group, we were able to use their expertise to go and survey some of the unconfirmed wildlife sites, which were then designated as county wildlife sites. That was a fantastic community action model, one that we hope to repeat. As Mike was saying, they've done lots of surveys for the of the unconfirmed wildlife sites over the last few years, such as the one that he has used in his talk. This has resulted in the designation of new county wildlife sites. This year, DBRC, in partnership with the project funding from them, has surveyed over 20 unconfirmed wildlife sites, and it's very likely that these will be designated as county wildlife sites. That's habitats including orchards. that are important for great horseshoe bats once these sites get put to the panel in spring, I think. So it's a brilliant legacy of the Bat Project. Got a few images here of the sites that have been surveyed. So we've got some lovely woodlands, you can see some of them are wet. We've got grasslands and another woodland there. These are in areas including South Devon. So I think we've got Dartington, Tavistock, and also in East Devon. Those were ones that were done this year. So unconfirmed wildlife sites are really important. As you can see, we've got almost, well, I think it's about double the number of unconfirmed wildlife sites as we do of county wildlife sites. We would love to be able to survey all of them immediately, but we've got limited funding, and some of them unfortunately do go unsurveyed for quite a long time because of this restriction. Because they're not recognised in planning, and there's also no engagement with the landowners, so it's less likely that they will be positively managed. It means that due to this long time that can pass before they're surveyed, some of them actually don't even qualify for county wildlife site status because of the degradation over time, which means that because we're not recording them and we're not recording those priority habitats, which is so important to know about. So we are looking for ways to survey more of these unconfirmed wildlife sites so that we can engage with landowners. Working together with community action groups is a great way to get the most out of funding available. And it's fantastic that through the Bat Project we've been able to survey quite a lot of these sites and get them designated as county wildlife sites. These collaborations can be so successful, and it's really important that we can recognise these sites and work with the landowners to protect them. So thank you very much.